Hi everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm just gonna sit here and hang out a little bit until I get some people on, and we'll start our Sunday evening live, okay? Okay. See if anybody comes on. I'll wait a little bit, and if nobody comes on, then what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and do it. You guys will watch it later. It's not that big of a deal. It's always great to have audience participation though, so I will wait just a moment and see what happens, okay? All right. How's everybody doing tonight? Hey, Danette LePage, how are you this evening? I got my cookies done. All I've got to do now is remember to bring them to work. That's the most important part, and that'll probably be the thing I forget. So, I'm just waiting for some more people to come on tonight, and we'll start going over everything that I spoke about earlier or last week. That I'm being attacked by a cat. Good, I'm glad you're with me. Hi, Deb. How are you? I'm glad you came by tonight. I'm just hanging out, waiting for a few more people to come on so we can have as much participation as we did last week. Last week was great. There was a lot of people on. Good, you got yours done too. Great, then yeah, I just have to remember to take them. That's the most important thing. Good, Debbie. I'm glad you're doing good. I made them today, and they're all packaged up and ready to go. But I had to leave them on the kitchen table because I have a dog and now a cat that lives in my room. Here, Sugar, say hi to everybody. Hi, this is my new adopted kitty cat, Sugar. Short for Sugar Plum. I just adopted her Friday night. She's making herself at home very much, aren't you, Sugar? Yes, I know. So she is going to probably be all over me on this live this evening because so far she has been, and I just sat down. So she's moved in and taken over the house and feels as if she's at her new forever home. So she's doing really good. So tonight, what I said that we were going to go over tonight on my live was spirit guides and a spread, and I found a spirit spread. It's just a 2-card spread, and we're going to do that tonight too. And then we're going to pull for 2 St. Bernards and a black lab so I can't have a cat. Yes, I'm sure. I have a poodle, and she is not happy with me at all right now. She is, every time the cat comes in the room, she jumps down from her chair by Mama and runs to whoever it is that's going to pet the cat because the cat's not allowed to have any attention. So, although I did get them to sleep by each other last night on top of me. You can't scratch me while I'm doing this. Here, sit right there. So, she's not real happy with me, but I'm hoping that she will really have that they'll get along and become fast friends, you know, fingers crossed anyway. So I got all my Christmas wrapping done today. I got cookies made for the cookie exchange at work today. I'm still in the process of doing laundry. I did more shopping yesterday. I adopted a cat Friday night. I'm just a busy girl, what can I say? So, okay, well, I am going to go ahead and get started. So, what we'd spoken about, and I'm going to do the giveaway, and I'll show everybody again real quick. I'm going to do it at the end of the hour, or at the end of the however long I'm on here tonight. So I'm giving away the Teresa's Readings mug, which is like my favorite thing. I mean, it really is. I'm giving that away tonight. Hey, Tina, I'm glad you came by. We're just getting started. I was just kind of hanging out, waiting for everybody to come, going over what I'm giving away this week. Teresa's Readings cup is one of them. And then also this Sun and Moon necklace that Kim from Magzo Designs, made for me. It's just a sun and a moon. I know my lighting's not the best in here, but I can't hardly stand the overhead lighting, so I'm going to have to figure out something else here in my room. You can see my large bookcase full of candles and oils and herbs and everything else behind me. And hello, Shawana, hello. It's nice to see you. I'm glad you popped on tonight. My daughter's home. My daughter's officially home because the dog's barking. And now the cat's going to go see what's happening. Anyway, so that's what I'm giving away this week. The Teresa mug and the star or the moon and sun necklace. That's what I'm giving away this week. So we're going to do that at the end of the hour. But what I was on Wednesday, it was either Tuesday or Wednesday, I said what I was going to do is talk about guides. Now you all know that I have a guide of my own. He's an angel guide and he's been with me for some time. And we all have angels. Each and every one of us has our own angel, guardian angel looking out over us. Now, some people have guides that are an angel. Some people have guides that are an ancestor or a spirit. And we all come, you know, there are those of us who get in tune with them and get messages and assign or meet them. And that is how we find out, you know, everybody's different. Every psychic's different. There are different kind of psychics that do different kinds of things. Some people have guides. Some people just have feelings. Some people get pictures in their head. Some people dream like I do. I also get pictures in my head. And I can see him and his facial expressions. And he tells me things like more mentally than anything. So, but we all have a guide. And a lot of times, you'll meet them in your dreams, or sometimes you'll be driving down the road in traffic and somebody will almost run into you and you'll know to swerve a little bit, and that's your guide leading your way. Mine is always with me in the car every day, everywhere I go. He's with me in the car looking out for me, and all of our angels are looking out for us. But then there are psychics like me that have the better lines of communication with the person that's looking out for us. And, you know, it all depends on the person. Some people have more of a close knowledge of them like I do, and some don't. They just have the feeling. But we all have our guide or our angel looking out for us. So always pay attention to the signs. Just like I always say, pay attention to the signs. And listen with your heart too, not just your ears. Listen with your head, and pay attention to dreams. A lot of people don't dream, or they don't think they dream. But we all dream, and that's why I don't sleep very well, because I dream a lot. I get a lot of stuff in my dreams. That's where I got I have dreams about natural disasters, and I posted on this, on my Facebook page 5 days before the Anchorage, Alaska earthquake that I had a dream about an earthquake. But in that dream, I knew it was either an earthquake or a volcanic eruption. And the reason why I thought volcanic was because she's trying to bite my toes. I looked down into the water, and there was lava and fire in the water. So that's why I went with, I felt the earthquake, but I thought maybe something volcanic. And then when the earthquake hit in Anchorage, then they had a tsunami warning out. And I thought perhaps that was what I saw, the fire in the water. And the water was rising in my dream too. And thank goodness that did not happen. But then last week, we had another earthquake. And I still get fire or lava or fire, water, something on with that. So I'm hoping, and whenever I have one of these dreams, I always hope I'm wrong, but usually I'm not. So I will stay tuned to the news, and I don't even watch the news because I know it's horrible. I should watch the news, but I usually don't. So my friends and family usually let me know if something's happened that I've predicted or dreamt about or something like that. But anyway, we're here to talk about guides. Does anybody have any questions about guides? Hey, Kim. So if you want to get in touch with your guides, or if you have a sense or already some kind of feeling or have had a dream about a person coming to you in love and kindness, you may already have a step up than everybody else does. And the only thing I can tell you is just to stay tuned in. You know, always take in your feelings, because I always feel when he's around, just like I feel when other people are around. There are times when I feel like he's not. He's off doing something he needs to do. But the majority of the time I feel him. And there are certain times when I really feel him. And I know that a lot of people say they don't remember their dreams or that they don't dream. But everybody dreams. It's just that most people don't remember that they dreamt. So if you wake up in the middle of the night at a tail end of a dream, and I know it's really hard to do when you're dreaming, sit up and think about it immediately and go over it in your mind. That's how I remember my dreams. And that's how I remember who's come to me in my dreams or what's happened in my dreams. And watch for signs. You know, if your angel's around, you'll find feathers. You'll find a white feather if your angel's around. Every feather color means a different thing. And that's something else I can go over at another time. But a white feather means that your angel is around. A black feather means that a loved one that has passed is around and wants you to know that they're still around, watching out for you, that they love you, and everything is good. So just remember that too, okay? All right. Does anybody have any questions? You know, we can talk about guides, but everybody's so different. You know, some people have always had them with them. Some kids that have pretend friends when they're little, that's actually their guides or their angels. Some people don't come across it until they're older. And some people had it their whole life and don't recognize it until it just hits them in the face one day. You're just driving down the road and bam, you realize all this time that feeling or that person you dreamt of or whatever is your guide. It all comes to all of us differently. Everybody's different. Nobody is the same. So, you know, if you ever have a feeling or you always have to open your mind too, because the more you open your mind, the more signs you'll get, and the more in tune you are to him or her or nature or whatever that will lead you to finding them. Okay. And if you see a medium or psychic like me, they can find them for you too, or they can see them when they do a reading for you. Sometimes they can, sometimes they can't. It just depends on the reading and if they care to step forward. That has a lot to do with the reading. You know, as I get older and older, the more I have people come to me when I'm doing a reading. Not all the time, so it's not something that anyone should ever expect. But, you know, as I get older, the more often people come to me while I'm doing a reading for somebody. So that's another thing that can be talked about or spoken about too, you know, if you ever want to do that, okay? All right, so I am going to do, I found a spirit guide reading. It's only 2-card reading. Now, I've done a spirit guide reading before. This is a spirit guide reading too, or a spirit reading. So what it is we do a shuffle, just like I always do. And how you guys doing tonight? Everybody's quiet this evening. Was it a long weekend? I know it's like, I mean, I know we have like next weekend before Christmas, but that doesn't really count because Christmas is on Tuesday. We all have to work on Monday. So next weekend is more like getting the food and everything ready. I'm sure that this weekend was the really crazy weekend too, because I know I was out and I was shopping yesterday with Dawn. Dawn and I went shopping again yesterday. I had to get last minute stuff and stuff for my cookies, Danette, and stocking stuffers. And I got all that taken care of, but it was busy. It was busy. So I hope everybody's got their stuff and ready to go. Kim's making my pies for me. Thank you, Kim. Hi, Dawn Cleveland. I was just talking about us going shopping yesterday. And how busy it was. Dawn is a dear friend. We usually hang out a whole lot. She's also administrator on my page. So for some reason, you're trying to get a hold of me to set up an appointment or a reading, or I'm at work or something, because I'm really busy when I'm not at work. Hi, Kim. I'm really, really busy not at work too. I'm booked a lot. So if for some reason you all can't get through to me, you will get a response from either Dawn or my daughter, Kate. One of the two. So they will get in contact with me and I will get in contact with you. We'll get it all figured out. For some reason, I can't get to you. Okay, so it's a 2-card reading. And the reading is just 1 up, 1 down. And what it is it tells us what... Oh boy, regular groceries is a joke today. Yeah, I'm sure. I haven't even bought my food to make yet for Christmas. I haven't even bought that yet. I don't even know what I'm going to make yet. So, good luck, everybody. I hope you're all ahead of it more than I am. So we're going to do a 2-card reading, and it's what the spirit guide, what our spirit or spirit guide is trying to say to us at that time. So I pull a card up and a card down. It's really funny because, again, I get the horned god. I got this last week. Last week it's all about life force, nature. This would tell me that if I were doing a spirit or a spirit guide reading, just a 2-card reading for someone, is that you need to get more in tune with nature. You need to get out there. You need to commune. You need to volunteer. You need to ground yourself, because like I always tell everybody, grounding yourself and centering yourself and bringing your power into yourself is what completes you enough, and all of that positive energy goes out into the world, and that's what you bring for everybody. A lot of us are very sacrificing because we take care of a lot of people, but we have to take care of ourselves too. And loving and taking care of ourselves gives us even more to give to other people, okay? So this would say to me, this is almost like the fertility god. He is the horned god. Nobody panic. It's all about nature and love, and it's about night and day and the forest and fertility and everything. So this would be, it would depend on who I'm reading this for. I had this card last week for somebody, and it was about fertility and pregnancy. So it all depends on who I would be pulling this card for, what I would get. But in general, it's all about nature, and it's all about fertility and growth and nature and getting back out in it. Maybe focusing yourself on grounding more in yourself. So that's what I would get for the spirit of what it was trying to tell me. And then aspiration. Aspiration is all about power. The sword that you wield in life. And the sword, there are so many different swords. There's the sword of truth, the sword of justice, the sword of happiness, the sword of so many different things. And again, it would all depend on who I was pulling this card for, and what sword I would tell them that they needed to yield, that the spirit is telling us that they need to yield right now. Okay, the dragon is a very powerful creature. There's a lot to it. So it all depends. So these are the 2 cards that I got. I know my light's shining on that one. And those are actually 2 really good cards. Very powerful cards. So it all depends on who exactly I would be pulling the cards for. Okay? So, and then I was thinking today, I restructured my my bookcase with all of my oils and my herbs and my candles and all the stuff that I use on a regular basis. And for some reason, I had a flash in my head that I needed to go over something else. I wanted to go over salt, okay? Now, a lot of people, I mean, we all know what salt is baking-wise and stuff like that. But anytime that you are doing anything in a protection kind of a way, you're going to use salt. Salt will always push all negative energy out of a space, a piece of furniture, a house, a business, or anything. It will push all negativity out and only pull positive energy in. Okay? So I do clearings for people, and I salt and sage. So I sage the whole house of negative energy and pulling only positive energy in. And then I also go behind, usually Keiko's behind me, and she salts all the window seals, all the windows, all the doors, all the door frames and everything. And what that does is it keeps all negative energy out and pulls all positive energy in, or only keeps any positive energy in. Because, now, that doesn't mean a spirit or anything is in your house. When you are in a dwelling, or when people live in a dwelling for a long period of time that had a nasty divorce, that there was abuse in, that there was anything in it all, and they move out and they sell the house and somebody else moves in, all that negative energy is still left in that house. So we need to sweep all that negative energy away. So it doesn't necessarily mean it's a spirit, but a negative energy from all the combative, abusive times that went on in that house, that place of business or whatever. And we're just going to push it out and make sure that only good and positive things can come in. So you will always see, and I don't know if you can see now, but there's a big tall thing of sea salt on my shelf. I always have salt nearby for any reason whatsoever. And saging too. Saging is not only, it's Native American, it's Wiccan, it's all kinds of stuff to keep, to push everything out that's bad or negative and only bring in good stuff. We all need to do that. And we all, you know, usually when I do a house or a business clearing, I also clear the people that live there. So that means you stand there and I sage you. I'm not going to saw you, but I will sage you. Because, you know, there are times, you know, in our life when work is very stressful, or you're in a stressful relationship, or you just broke up or whatever, like I was talking about before, and you need to push all that negative energy out of you, because keeping all that negative energy is just so bad for you. And not only just bad because, you know, when you're around negative people, it rubs off on you. And it can put you in a bad mood or whatever, but also negativity or anger or leftover bitterness or anything like that, it can wear on your soul. It can wear you down. It can make you sick, really. And I know it's hard because we all go through hard times when it's very difficult, when you have something bad happen in your life, to let it go. And you know, it's very hard to just try to just let it go and be happy, but it's really the best thing for us because it makes you feel lighter and happier and not so weighed down. And what's the sense in it? You know what I mean? What's the sense in it? We just need to go on with our lives and enjoy life and enjoy love and happiness. And that's, you know, whatever else is left behind is left behind, okay? I don't know why, but it just felt like I was supposed to say that to somebody today. Hi, Terry. How are you? We just went over, I did a two-card spirit a pull. We went over, I was talking about salting and saging of the houses or the businesses. And I also talked about spirit guides. So does anybody have any questions? Anybody that's ever had a sense that somebody was there with them in the back seat, making sure they were getting to work on time, or had a dream about someone, or had a recurring dream about it? A lot of us have recurring dreams, and they can say a lot. And so, okay, girl, well, you know, you can always call me if you're having a hard time. Tanya is raising her hand. She has a recurring dream. So, I mean, I don't ever ask anybody to share on here if they don't want to. You can always call me afterwards if you want to talk about it. But in general, a reoccurring dream is, you know, psychologists will tell you it's your inner, you know, your inner subconscious, and it could very well be telling you something that you're dealing with in life. But also there are signs, and there are, you're welcome, Terry, and there's signs, and there are things that happen in people's dreams that have meaning. And if you can just ferret out the meaning, then you'll know what you need to focus on in order to take care of that problem in your life, or recognize that problem in your life, okay? Dreams mean a lot, and I get a lot of my stuff in dreams. Always have. I've always had a lot of stuff in dreams. I sleep off and on, but I wake up because I know that if I'm dreaming, I'm getting some kind of a message for something or someone. So I dream a lot, and I will wake up, I'll sit up on the side of the bed, and I will go out and sit in the living room and think about it so I can remember it. Because there's usually a message in there somewhere for me, for somebody. If not from myself, for somebody else. And I don't want to miss that message that I was supposed to give someone, because it can be very important. Had a ghost or spirit in my house when I moved here 20 years ago. I told her this is my house now. My house now, and I ran her off. I really believe this. She passed away on an operating table while she lived here. Wow. Yeah, that is I totally believe that. I totally believe that. That happens all the time. 428 is going to drive me crazy. Dawn, yes, I know. And I'm telling you, it's coming. Debbie, that's a very good example. Because there can be spirits in people's house. Doesn't necessarily mean they're a bad spirit. They just need to be forgiven and told to go into the light with love and happiness. And that's great. So, you know, I totally believe that is true and that happened to you. Because they do linger. Sometimes they get lost and they don't know where they're supposed to go. And we have to help them to get to the spiritual plane that they need to be on. Yeah? And 428 is going to drive me crazy. Yes, Dawn, it's coming. I know it is. This has been going on for months and months and months. And that's another thing. If there's a certain number that you wake up to every night, once a week, twice a week, or if there's a certain number that you see on your clock all the time, or something like that, pay attention to it, because there's a message there somewhere. And one day you'll understand it. Something will happen on a certain day, and it'll be the time that you always, like 11:12. And I know 11:11's big, and I put that on my site not long ago. But, you know, 8:43 or 8:21 could be August 21st. We don't know, but there's always consecutive numbers. Yes, Terry, it does mean things. I can't even talk. Repeating numbers is always big, and I will send you something after the show on that. Usually it's something to do with somebody sending you a message, or something psychically is trying to wake you up. Okay, so that could very well be what it is too. 333, that's big, and I'll talk to you about it after the show. But it's just anything that's got the same number, 3333, or 333, 1111, 1212, 1313, they all have a meaning. A lot of them is a psychic or a spiritual meaning that somebody's trying to get across to you to wake you up to, or it's somebody trying to tell you something. Anytime you wake up, a lot of the time during the night, between the hours, everybody, there's like a little bit of a disagreement on this. A lot of people think it's if you wake up between the hour of 3, that is somebody who is heightened psychically. Your spirituality and your psychism is heightening, and that's why you wake up then. Some people say it's between midnight and 3:30 or 3 whatever, 2. So it really just depends on what you believe. But if you wake up consecutively all the time, every night, at the same time, somebody's either trying to tell you something, or your psychic awareness is becoming stronger and your spirituality is rising, and that is what is going on with you. And in that case, you need to start doing your research, look up everything you can possibly look up that coincides with what's going on with you, and I can help you too, as much as I possibly can, and see if we can get you on the right path and where you need to be. See if somebody's either trying to talk to you, or if you have a little bit of a gift that you need to flex that muscle and really start getting into it with, okay? All right. Let me scroll back down here. Let's see. Shawana, is that right? Shawana, is that how I pronounce that? I don't want to pronounce it wrong. Yes. A lot of people that don't sleep a whole lot, like myself, you know, they have the spirituality that's a little more in tune than other people do, or psychism that's a little bit more in tune than other people are. So, you know, that may be something you may want to check into. Or, you know, it may just be, you know, if you are, okay, good. I'm glad I pronounced it right. If you've always had feelings, just kind of dismissed it, always had feelings, but just kind of dismissed it. Oh, it's just a coincidence. It's just a coincidence. It's not a big deal. Then odds are spiritually you're in tune more than others, and that's why you wake up a lot during the night. Otherwise, it may be something that you want to go seek a doctor's help about. Maybe it's just insomnia or something like that. So, here's my new kitty, everybody. Her name's Sugar Plum. I adopted her. She wants to play with my toes. I adopted her Friday night from the animal shelter. So hi, Sugar. Sugar for short. She's playing with my toes while I'm talking to you guys. Okay, so, yeah, always be in tune with numbers. Always be in tune with your dreams. Always take notes. Everybody always says, keep a notebook by your bedside. That's right, Don. There is no such thing as a coincidence. And there is no such thing as your intuition not telling you what you need to know. So, you know, always look for the signs. Always look for the signs. Okay, so anybody have any other questions? More other questions? Otherwise, I'm going to do the giveaway. It's been kind of crazy today. I've been kind of crazy busy. I didn't want to do a really, really long live like I did last week. I know it was really long because I pulled a card for everybody, and I decided I'm going to start doing that every other week. So every other week, if you want a card pulled, I will be doing a card pull, one single part card pull for everybody that asks, as long as it's not like, you know, 50 people. So we did that last week, so I'm not doing it this week. But next Sunday, I will be doing a card pull. I decided I'm going to do it twice a month, every other week. And next week will be that week. Okay? I don't want to keep you real long tonight. Also, next Sunday is the Sunday I will be giving away the $50 gift certificate for a reading with me. And giveaway time. Yeah, I know, Dawn. And there'll be a secondary part of that giveaway. I will announce that on, I think, Tuesday, because I'm busy Wednesday night, so I won't be on at all. But Tuesday night, I will be announcing the second half of the giveaway along with the gift certificate. But tonight, we are giving away, good, Debbie, we're giving away Teresa's readings. And we're also giving away this from Kim at Magzo Design. She made this for me. It is the sun and the moon. It's got a little like turquoise, almost kind of emeraldy bead, and it's on a gray suede leather chain. That's the second half of the giveaway. Now, I have everybody's name in one of my owls. Let's shake it up. What do you think, Sugar? Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win, Sugar? Okay. I'm gonna put it up here so you can all watch me. Okay. The winner is... oh God, I can be... Kathy Johnson. Kathy Johnson! I don't know if she's on tonight. Kathy Johnson, you are the winner this week. You won the Teresa's Readings mug and the moon and the sun necklace. Hi, Kate. Congratulations. And what I need you to do is when you see this, I will also messenger you. But when you see this, if you go onto my home page on Facebook and press the send a message button and send me your address, I will drop it off this week one night for you. Okay? On my way home from work. So, if you message me on my home Facebook page where it says send a message and tell me your address, I will bring it to you one night this week. Okay? Congratulations. Everybody, thank you so much for coming by again. Don't forget, next week, I will be doing the card pulls. I may do a small subject matter, but it won't be long because I'm going to spend the evening doing card pulls, and I'm giving away that great $50 gift certificate and another giveaway. So it'll be a two-parter again next week, okay? That's Sunday, and I'll announce it on Tuesday. Okay? Thank you guys so much for coming by again. Kate, I love you. My daughter's home. She's in the other room. I'll see you guys. Enjoy your week, and I will talk to you on Tuesday and let you know the second half of the giveaway, okay? All right. You guys have a good evening, and if you have any more questions or any subjects, please send me a message. That'd be great, and I'll go over them and find the answers for you, okay? Congratulations, Kathy. Have a great evening, everybody. Bye-bye.